In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to manage time with monotasking. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. So let's talk about monotasking, or as I like to call it, giving your brain a break from juggling flaming swords. Monotasking is the simple yet surprisingly rare practice of focusing on just one task at a time. No distractions, no mental aerobics, just pure, undivided attention. It helps you do better work faster and without that frazzled "what was I thinking" or even doing feeling. When you're locked in on one thing, your brain actually thanks you. You get more done with less stress, and the quality of your work skyrockets. No more jumping between emails, spreadsheets, and snack breaks every 5 minutes. Instead, you work in short, focused bursts like a laser beam of productivity. Now, monotasking might sound like the latest productivity buzzword, but it's definitely not new. Ancient sage, artists, and even poets were doing it way before it even had a name. But it wasn't until the late 20th century that researchers started raising their eyebrows at multitasking and pointing out its many flaws. That's when monotasking stepped into the spotlight, looking calm, cool, and suspiciously effective. One of the MVPs of this movement, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, I think that's how you say their last name. Sure, it's a mouthful, but the guy knew his stuff. In his 1990 book, Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience, he described a state of complete immersion in one activity where nothing else matters. That, my friends, is monotasking in all of its glory. According to him, people who can focus their attention at will are not just more productive, they actually enjoy their life so much more. Imagine that. And in 2001, psychologists Rubenstein, Meyer, and Evans got nerdy with the science. They discovered that every time your brain switches tasks, your brain has to go through 2 stages, goal shifting and rule activation. Basically, it's like changing lanes on a mental highway. Sounds fast, but all those tiny switches add up, and boom, you've lost up to 40% of your productive time. Yikes. So while multitasking looks impressive, it's actually draining your energy and stealing your time in sneaky little seconds. Monotasking, on the other hand, helps you reclaim your focus, boost your efficiency, and feel like you're actually in control of your day. Want to dig deeper into the origins of the real-world power of monotasking? Don't worry, I've got a recommendation for that too. So stay tuned because this productivity journey is just getting started. Tip 1, D&D and digital detox. Alright, let's talk distractions, or better yet, eliminating them. During my deep focus sessions, I go full D&D mode. My phone silenced, my tablet muted, my laptop, notifications, everything else is gone. I don't want a single ping pulling me out of the zone. And no, I'm not ignoring my team forever. I check in during my Pomodoro breaks to catch up and make sure the world hasn't burned down while I have been busy. Now here's the big one, digital detox. Yep, I said it. I try to stay off social media unless it's work related, and even then, try my best not to touch it. Every now and then, I take a full-on digital breather. Like a low-key version of Bill Gates's Think Week, minus the cabin in the woods. Just me, my thoughts, and no buzzing, blinking chaos. Sure, I feel a little FOMO at first, but honestly, the mental clarity I get is totally worth it. Sometimes the best way to connect is simply to unplug. Tip 2, start small. Let me tell you, when I first started practicing monotasking, my productivity totally crashed. I thought it was broken. Staying focused kind of felt impossible, and trying to sit with one task for more than 10 minutes gave me legit anxiety. Why? Because I was setting myself up for failure, trying to conquer Everest in only an afternoon. So I tried my best to flip the script. Instead of tackling giant stress-inducing tasks, I zoomed in on one small but important thing at a time, and gave myself a realistic deadline. Game changer. It was like giving my brain permission to breathe, focus, and actually finish something. Take something like creating a case study for work. Instead of going full send and trying to write the whole thing in one sitting, I'll start small. Maybe I'll talk to a couple customers, skim through some client feedback, or even gather testimonials. It's like dipping your toes in before doing a full cannonball. I still get progress, but without the panic. Moral of the story, don't try to be a productivity superhero right out the gate. Start small, build your focus muscle slowly, and give yourself space to grow into the zone. Your brain and your sanity will definitely thank you. Tip 3, dedicated work area. Here's something I've learned the hard way. Even though I can work from anywhere, I really shouldn't do that. Over time, I realized I needed a little zone, my productivity corner, to truly lock in. At home, I've created a dedicated workspace stocked with everything I need. My favorite gadgets, colorful stationery, the greatest snacks of all time, and yes, my beloved Yeti cup filled with lots of ice water. Now if I'm traveling, I'll MacGyver a makeshift desk in a hotel room. It's not fancy, but it does work. So why don't I just lounge in bed with my laptop like a cozy productivity queen? Because the second I sit at my desk, my brain's like, ah yes, we are in focus mode now. No struggle, no pep talk. Just a natural flow into monotasking. I also try to keep my desk minimal and clutter-free as possible because visual chaos equals mental chaos. And I'm not trying to fight with a pile of paper while trying to get stuff done. Moral of the story, create a space that signals to your brain it's go time. Even if it's just a tiny corner of your dining table. If it works, and that's the whole point. Tip 4, make a prioritized task list. Okay, so let's talk task list. Not the scary kind that makes you want to run, but the kind that keeps your week feeling together. Every Monday, I try my best to crack open my task management app and even brain dump every little thing I want to accomplish within the week. Big projects, tiny errands, that one email I've been avoiding, it all goes in that same little list. Then comes the magic. I rank everything by priority. High, medium, or I think this can wait. I only allow myself 2 to 3 high priority tasks a day. That's it. No hero moves here. This way I can give my full attention to the important stuff without sacrificing quality or even burning out by Wednesday. Plus, it keeps our workflow running smoothly. No more mystery bottlenecks. And yes, I do get a weird amount of joy by checking tasks off my list. I just do. That little ding of completion, chef's kiss. It's a super simple system, but honestly, it's changed how I optimize my brain and even my sanity. I highly recommend it. Tip 5, block out times for different tasks. Okay, call me a productivity geek. I'll wear the badge with pride because I love blocking out my day like it's a color-coded jigsaw puzzle. Seriously, I use my time blocking planner to schedule everything, from deep work sessions to snack breaks. Yes, snacks get their own block. They need it. So here's how I roll. Mornings are reserved for the heavy hitters, brainstorming, research, and writing, because that's when my brain is on fire in a good way. Afternoons are perfect for team stand-ups and even client meetings. My brain can be a little chattier by then, and evenings, that's review time. I check my team's work, analyze campaign results, and even document our wins and learning opportunities, aka stuff that flopped. And of course, I pair all of this with the Pomodoro technique, 25 to 30-minute focus blocks with quick breaks in between. During those blocks, it's full tunnel vision on one task, no distractions. The breaks help me recharge before jumping back in, and let's be real, knowing there's a break coming makes it way easier to stay locked in. Time blocking plus Pomodoro equals the ultimate productivity power couple. Here are some benefits of monotasking. Let's be real, monotasking is the productivity scam we all fell for. I mean, sure, it feels like we're doing more, but science says otherwise. In fact, one study showed that heavy media multitasking, like bouncing between apps and even social media, can actually shrink that part in your brain that controls empathy and even emotional regulation. Yeah, not ideal. That's where monotasking comes in. And let me tell you, it's been a total game changer. For starters, I stopped getting yanked around by every ping and even pop-up. A Stanford study even backed this up. Folks who multitask less are better at tuning out distractions. Then there's the productivity boost. When I give one task my full attention, I fly through it much faster and with less brain fog. And the quality is so much better. Deep focus equals deeper insights, better ideas, and creative breakthroughs. But it doesn't have to stop there. Monotasking also helps to reduce stress. When I'm not juggling 5 things at once, I feel way more grounded and less mentally fried. It even sharpens cognitive function, better memory, clearer thinking, and yes, even stronger problem solving. After years of practice, I can confidently say monotasking hasn't just helped me work better, it's helped me think better. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them plan for what's to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip on the list. Tip 1, D&D and digital detox. Tip 2, start small. Tip 3, dedicated work area. Tip 4, make a prioritized task list. Tip 5, block out times for different tasks. If you want an easy job to seem mighty hard, just keep putting it off. Richard Miller. Monotasking has honestly been my secret weapon when it comes to managing my time and boosting my productivity. I recommend it to anyone on my team who feels like they're drowning in distractions or even constantly playing catch up. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters better. When I focus on just one thing at a time, I move through tasks with so much more clarity. It's like I'm not crossing things off a list, I'm actually doing meaningful, high quality work. And here's the kicker: monotasking has totally unlocked my creativity. It's wild how many fresh ideas and solutions show up when I'm not splitting my attention 20 different ways. Honestly, I don't even miss multitasking. I love hitting the pause button on the chaos, tuning into the moment, and getting into that glorious flow state. If you've never tried it, start small. But once you get a taste of that deep focus life, trust me, there's no going back. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspective plans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.